Guys, it is a sad day this August 1st of 2023. I lost someone very close to me. You know, this world isn't easy. There's a lot of things that can really just bring you down. Like, I don't know, State Farm completely bleeping up my totaled car to the point where I still don't have a car today. And then they lost the message that I sent them that has my title and the, thing that allows me to get money. It's like they lost it in Louisiana. So that's going great. Like sometimes things like that happen. Other times tragedy strikes. But, one thing I've never turned to is one of the darkest and most dangerous things in the entire world. It's called crack cocaine. And Pee Wee Herman is the reason that I never did it.
This is crack, rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff.
It's not.
It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it. Look, everybody wants to be cool, but doing it with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong.
Didn't say it's not cool at the end, but hearing that from Pee Wee Herman, also known as Paul Reubens, kept me on the straight and narrow. Sad news yesterday is that Paul Reubens, the actor known for playing Pee Wee Herman, died Sunday night after a private bout with cancer, which he had been dealing with for 6 years. He was 70 years old. Pretty crazy to think that he was 70. If you're somebody who grew up in the 1980s, it was a little bit before my time, but I still was able to watch Pee Wee's Big Adventure, which is Tim Burton's first full-length movie. There was Pee Wee's Playhouse. There was Big Top Pee Wee. He was everywhere. He was even on SNL. He was also in Batman Returns, Blow, Mystery Men. And of course, there was that incident in 1991, a weird sting operation, where I guess he was caught taking himself to Happy Town in an adult movie theater. But this is a guy who was a cultural icon in the 1980s. And I believe, Sean, we have more clips of Pee Wee Herman from back in the day.
Ooh. Some night, huh?
On this very night, 10 years ago, along this same stretch of road, in a dense fog, just like this, I saw the worst accident I ever seen. There was this sound, like a garbage truck dropped off the Empire State Building. And when they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted, burning wreck, it looked like this. Yes, sir. That was the worst accident I ever seen.
I get off right up here.
Large Marge. A terrifying figure.
Have a nice day.
Be sure and tell them Large Marge sent ya.
It's such a stupid scene, but it's so funny. The first time I watched that, I think it was, like 9 or something like that. Very, very funny scene. Someone's asking me, E315, let's hear your best Pee Wee impersonation, Paulie. Damn, I don't know if I can do one. I've never done a Pee Wee impersonation. Right? Is that it? Is that enough?
Yeah, I think that's about all you need.
Be careful in movie theater. Feel bad saying that, after he passed away. He did bring us a lot of great memories, and I know some people on the Twitch are saying, yeah, he also taught us you could do certain things in certain places. Hey, watch your mouth, okay? Look, cultural icon. It's weird, too, because he's been out of the limelight for such a long time. I mean, shoot, that was 1991. I didn't know it was when I was 2 that incident went down because he basically got blackballed after that happened. And I think that they actually brought some version of Pee Wee back on Netflix in like the 2010s, like early 2010s or something like that. I don't know. I didn't actually watch it, but it was a great movie. Excuse me. He himself was a great franchise. E315 says the Ernest movies are better than Pee Wee. I only saw one of the Ernest movies. I guess these were movies that were designed specifically for kids. I don't know. I feel like Adam Sandler stole the ball from them with his early 90s classics and took it for good. Those are the best, I think, movies that are probably not for kids, but are for kids. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, like those two, fantastic movies. I'm pretty sure that they were geared for like young adults, but I remember watching it when I was 8.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is that there's these movies that are like explicitly for children that are like basically only for kids, and as a kid you kind of pick up on it, and then there is like the Adam Sandlers of the world and different comedies like of that ilk where it's not really for kids, but there's a lot of like jokes that kids would enjoy.
Yeah.
And so
I think it's because it's just so ridiculous and stupid, and you laughed your ass off at it. Like the idea of Large Marge, this ghost trucker, and when they pulled her from the burning wreckage, like that is a line that I have no idea why it's been stuck in my head as long as it has. But that part, that specific part, has been stuck in my head. I don't know what it is about it either, Sean. Did you have, what was for you? Because you're younger than me. Did you have, like, was there one thing growing up that was like an adult kid show?
Oh, an adult kid show.
Like something along the same lines. Because the only other one I remember that was from when I was growing up was Blue's Clues, and everyone wondered, like, when Steve just went off the grid, if Steve had, like, gone and done drugs or pulled a Dave Chappelle or something like that. And then he came back with, like, a video, I think, like, either last year or the year before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that when he came back. Yeah. He's bald now. That's all I remember from it. He was bald now. I don't really know about like adult kids show. Like I don't know. I kind of watched kid shows and then I just watched like adult shows. I didn't have that like weird not weird, but like that like in the middle time where you're still like watching like Nickelodeon, but you're watching the more adult Nickelodeon, like the sitcom Nickelodeon shows and stuff. Like I don't know. I kind of went straight from that, like, you know, SpongeBob and all those stuff to like, I don't know, ESPN and whatever's on cable.
SpongeBob is, I think, in that realm. It's about the same kind of humor. Ernest, again, I'm unfamiliar with, but Pee Wee Herman, SpongeBob, I feel like there's an overlap there as far as like the kind of humor they were going for. You could probably watch it as an adult and still get a couple of chuckles out of it. Ren and Stimpy, that's a great one brought up. E315 brings up Shrek as well. King of the Hill says another. This is a bad admission for me because living in Texas, I feel like I have to. I've never watched King of the Hill. I might start watching King of the Hill just as some background TV in the near future.
I think that's like a step ahead of, that's like closer to adult animation.
Right, that's like Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park.
It's very Simpsons-y Family Guy.
Right. But it's probably a little bit more family-oriented, more of a sitcom kind of vibe to it.
Maybe more than Family Guy. Well, Family Guy will get some jokes in there. Like, whoa.
It's South Park as well.
Yeah.
Simpsons I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons growing up. And then I remember watching them for the first time because I used to sneak watch South Park all of the time, thinking to myself, wow, this is very tame. And it might have been because I saw South Park first, because The Simpsons walked so South Park could run, etc., etc. Beavis and Butthead, I wasn't allowed to watch that either. I wasn't allowed to watch MTV. This is why I'm musically challenged. I was not allowed to watch MTV growing up, ever.
When I was like an actual kid, like a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch Rugrats.
I wasn't either.
Because my mom was like, the kids run away every time.
Oh, it was because the kids running away. Okay.
Yeah, it was because it was like, I don't want you to run away and think it'll work out okay because it works out for those Rugrats.
Dude, I wasn't allowed to watch Nickelodeon at all because Angelica, and I quote, was a bitch, per one of my parents. I won't say who because I don't think that person wants their name on the air. But it's one of the two.
It's a 50-50.
It's one of the two.